When I was a little girl, my dad used to say, "Erica, sharks that eat their prey whole don't get as much out of a lobster as you do." Bought this little thing at a dental supply store, and because those little cocktail forks are useless, I bring my own lobster pick. First, I separate the tail from the thorax. Then I get as much meat as I can from the little legs. You break them off at the joint. The trick here is not to suck the meat out of the shell, it's to use your back teeth to push it out of the shell. Now this is a fair amount of work, and one reason I'd rather pay more and have a larger lobster is that because it's always the same amount of work, but a larger lobster has a much bigger yield. Okay, back to the thorax. I pry the shell away from, I don't know what the heck this is called. Before you even get to the meat, you'll find this greenish gray stuff. It's called the tamale. It just tastes like the sea. I think the test of a real lobster eater is how you handle the thorax. I'm breaking it in two. The one thing you're not gonna wanna eat are what are called the dead man's fingers. These are these little feathery things, and they're basically the gills. They're not bad for you, but they don't taste good. There's actually like big chunks of meat in between these pieces of cartilage. Break them off at the shoulders. By bending and breaking it at the joint, and then using your finger and or a pick, you can pry or push the meat out. Many people think that this is the best nugget in the whole lobster. Okay, now the claws. I bend back the thumb and see if I can get all the meat out in one go. That doesn't happen very often. I've asked the kitchen to help me out a little bit. Thank you so much. Now all that's left is the tail. Up until now, I've been eating pretty much entirely with my hands. But to end this video on a more refined note, I will grab a knife and fork. The tail may be my least favorite part of a lobster. No challenge here. This is what we like to see. Relatively clean plate, big pile of shells, Erica 1, lobster 0. I am top of the food chain.